4 teams, 1 stage, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Syracuse, chasing legacy. Maryland, guarding its throne. Cornell, the Ivy's edge. Penn State, hungry for history. It's not just a game. It's a reckoning. This is the Final Four, and we are College Lacrosse Game Day.
Ryan Goldstein was a fiend for the back of the net Saturday. The Big Red submit the Cinderella Spiders of Richmond 13-12.
I guess Spolina can beat his man. He went 4-4 to carry the Oranges back to Foxborough for a chance to taste glory. Cuse 19, Princeton 18.
Down 12-6 with 20 minutes left, Matt Traynor transcended into a Greek god of our game. Theatrical excellence, the honorable mention. Give me a break. Penn State 14, Notre Dame 12.
Spanos is inevitable, as are the Terps. Tillman moves back into his Foxborough home for the week. Maryland beats Georgetown 9-6. We are back in the studio. We're talking about All-American snubs and our takes on it because we didn't really take an extensive look at it. Matt Traynor, honorable mention according to Inside Lacrosse. What a shitty All-American system they have at Inside Lacrosse.
The USILA is the legit one.
Yeah.
But USA Laxmag and Inside Lacrosse are the media polls.
Yeah.
USA Laxmag had Matt Traynor as a second-team All-American, which is probably where he belongs. But yeah, I wonder what that process is. Like, what's the committee look like for Inside Lacrosse selecting All-Americans? Like, is it the same committee as USA Laxmag? Because I know there's the guys on the committee vote for a whole bunch of different things. Like, for example, Dan Aresti is on the poll committee every week. And it's who are these committees? He's an obvious example, but who are the other 100 people or however many there are, you know?
Yeah. Are they coaches? Are they media members?
I can't imagine the Inside Lacrosse one is too in-depth of a process. Probably
yeah,
that makes sense.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Pat Traynor should be an All-American.
I was going through just first team, nope, second team, no, third team. Are you kidding? And then he's the first name listed as an honorable mention. Well, we missed last week. We really apologize for not being there for you when you needed us most. Work caught up with us. We were traveling. We were dealing with stuff that comes up once a quarter, and we handled it. And we're back in the studio now, and we're watching Shark Tank before we hit live. And we had a business idea that I think is a problem in the market that needs solving.
We already checked the podcast box.
Yeah.
We checked the podcast, so we need a new
that
venture.
was step one.
We need a new venture. So go ahead. Sorry.
The College Lacrosse Game Day men's lacrosse camp for ages 24 and up, and
July 24th to the 31st. It's a week long.
It's a week long. You got to take a week off of work.
But you can work remotely if you need to.
Yeah. There's 1 hour from 10 to 11 will allow work. But there'll be 4 fields, all games, maybe
Beautiful
some
fields.
Yeah, shooting drills,
Fields.
grass fields.
We'll get buckets. We'll just throw out buckets and say
Millions of balls.
Just take some reps.
Yeah, take some shots.
You got to coordinate with
drills.
the wife and make sure the kids are getting watched.
There's gonna be
They
the
can't be there.
cones.
Yeah, no kids. They
No
can't
kids,
see
no
what's
kids,
going
no
on.
wives.
Yeah, no
It's
phones.
it's like you're not allowed to drive
Like
too.
Augusta.
You can't leave campus.
Nope.
So your wife will drop you off.
Yep.
Get around the cones and then you're in.
Then
You can't leave campus.
No, we'll put up a tiki bar for the week.
Mhm.
That'll be full access 24/7 the tiki bar. There'll be a cart girl goes on the
Hey, what do
field.
we just practice?
We practice and then we play.
Man up in the morning and then we get into it. Rides and clears at lunch.
You know those water horses? You just
Yeah.
put Fiddlehead in it.
Fiddlehead and the water horses. We get some creatures. But
That'd be fucking
or we
epic.
go to the Mitchell Palkey camp and just see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Just sign up.
Yeah.
It's not off the table.
No, it's
Coming to
not.
Boston.
We,
So.
we wouldn't film it too. It would just be for us. It would
Yeah.
just be to do it.
No cameras,
No cameras.
No.
Yeah.
no phones, no cameras.
We're not mic'd up. We just love the game, and
We'll nail down the dates and get the facility set up. Might take some time to find the right place.
We'll make sure to do a networking happy hour the last night.
it's got to be at Davis Field.
Mhm.
That's what I'm picturing.
I'm saying.
Big grass field, Massachusetts. We got Collins this week.
Sure.
Obviously, not much to talk about. Only 2 games. The semifinals at Gillette Stadium. For those who aren't diehard lacrosse fans, this is it. It's Final Four. We finally gotten to this point. We will be there. We just got our box seats today, and we spoke to who we speak to get this?
Forget his name. I'll leave his name out of it, but it's been a tough ride. The past.
The NCAA ticket guy you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ticket salesman.
God bless his heart. We went through the process together, foot to heel, and he got me tickets for Monday by accident. So,
well, we can still use those.
Maybe he gives them to me. I don't know. We'll see.
What do you say? He's like, "Oh, dude, I'm so sorry."
Oh man, dude, I really apologize. That was not okay.
Dude, just so you know, it's 100% my bad.
No worries, dude. No worries.
It's okay, bro. Just get us in.
Just get us a seat.
Wait, so where are we sitting for the people that are in attendance?
I think we're gonna be in C12.
So that's the club section. It's the second level
on the bench side.
So far side.
Yeah.
So not parking lot side.
What is it? Well,
I'm not sure.
So bench, when you look at the stadium map, it's on the far side.
It's just a longer walk from the parking lot to your seat at halftime, which is the only walk you're really.
I mean, we're gonna be in the general public for sure. But
I'm gonna have a couple adult beverages, and I'd rather not, see my entire 6th grade team. I told them all to go. Like, you guys should be at the game. I'll be responsible. If I see them, I'll be happy to see them. But
it's just the 3 of us. Whatever.
We will be having we got 2 nets, so we'll have a little game.
All of these.
You didn't buy those, did you?
We'll bring our Hackees.
I don't know. I could. I have an inquiry on Facebook Marketplace for 2 Wolf Athletic 3x3 nets. $75 for 2. It's a pretty good deal.
Great deal.
Yeah,
we'd have them forever too.
We're waiting on our Hackees net. We would have brought that for sure.
Mike, what are you getting up to this weekend?
Figure out something.
I'm going to be down in Ocean City, New Jersey with a couple of Hobart lacrosse alumni. Probably drinking at the same rate you guys will in the parking lot before the game for consecutive days. So we'll be keeping a close eye on the games, but I'm very, very jealous when it's time to tailgate and be in that atmosphere. It's going to be, if it reflects the quarterfinal, it's going to be electric.
Yeah. No, Mike, we know that there's nobody in the world that would rather be there than you. So
yeah,
maybe we'll buy a ticket for you and just put some of your belongings there.
Yeah. Put me on FaceTime and
we're gonna pour it.
I'll send you like a fat head. I got a few fat heads. I'll send you.
Yes, 100%.
We're gonna dump half our beer on the kid next to us and be like, "It's for Mike."
I think we're talking about Hobart teammates. I think it's fair to mention and say goodbye to Coach Greg Raymond for Hobart. He's stepping down as a head coach and plans to stay with the school, moving on to kind of a different position right now. A lot of unknowns at the moment, but sent him a message. Very thankful. His heart's still with Hobart and a little unclear what he'll be doing, but a tough decision for him. But I speak for a lot of people. I think for you too, Mike. One of the best leaders I've ever been around, and someone I try to emulate with everything I do, how I carry myself, and a father figure for me and hundreds of other statesmen. So, Coach, thank you. Best of luck with whatever's next. Mike, if you have any words, go ahead.
Well said. Well said. I sent him a text as well. Love you, Coach, and whatever you do next, you're gonna fucking dominate. That's all I know. Guy's a stud. Guy's a stud at life.
Friend of the program.
Stud at life. Friend of the program.
Friend of the program. And
bleeds purple and orange.
He does. Bleeds purple and orange, just like Mike and I. And just for those who don't know, Hobart, when he got there and for really almost the entire time he was there, no athletic scholarships. So, the only other schools in Division I who don't have athletic scholarships are Ivy League schools. And it's a little different when you're recruiting someone to come to Hobart College and Harvard or Cornell or those schools. So certainly at a disadvantage in terms of recruiting, but he did so much for our program. A lot of wins, a lot of success, conference championship victory, a couple championship appearances. He built a dome for the school, an indoor facility that we got to play a lot of games in, ton of memories in. I'll stop beating the drum. I hope he's listening, but thank you, Coach. Thanks to all the alumni who are listening. We'll move on to Collins and get ready for the Final Four.
I was lacrosse. Is that game with the fucking fish stick there, the nets there?
Yeah, pretty much, yep.
Calling in. My name's Dan Arestia.
That's Spencer Jr. If you're not committed to Maryland and ranked top 3 in your class, by the end of your junior year, I'll shave your head and I'll ship your ass off to boarding school in Alaska faster than Lamar Jackson 40-yard dash.
Before we get into Collins, talk about streaker sports for a bit.
Streaker Sports. Hayden's got the shorts on, those mesh Penn State shorts.
Penn
Look at those
State.
things.
A la
Penn
trainer.
Penn State fans this weekend are wearing a whiteout, so I don't know if I'm rooting for Penn State, but I'm definitely wearing these shorts.
They make vintage apparel for like literally any school you can think of. They sent us some of these like mesh shorts that we're gonna try to bring back in style. Try Streaker Sports. See if they have stuff for your school. I have a good feeling they do, and it's different, something you haven't seen before.
It is good quality too. Just to put in reference, like I hate Penn State. I've always hated Penn State as a school, and I wear these shorts because they're nice.
That's
Mike,
a
go ahead.
valid point. I was going to say, if talking about school stores, you're also going to drop like $80 for a fucking t-shirt too. So
Yeah.
Right.
that in mind.
Right.
No, I think there's just like there's resurgence of like the retro appeal. People are hitting thrift stores, but like they're just making shit that you would find that would be like, this is a fucking steal. Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe I got this.
Exactly. It's swagger. All right.
We do have a promo code, CLG10, when you check out, get 10% off. So thank you, Streaker Sports. Collins, usually I do a little bit of research to figure out what these people are actually saying, but today, in the spirit of the end of the year, we're just going to find out what they say, I guess. First, we got Gil Martin calling in.
What's up, boys? How about that fucking red, huh? It's Grillmaster Gilly back at it. And I tell you what Matt Trainer doesn't want to see is CJ Kirst come through and dangle, rip on top titty. Let's go red. Championship weekend.
That's the start we needed
Yeah, that's great.
from Grill Master Gilly.
I knew it was going to be
Dude.
so I put him on first. I shocked the group.
I think, I think there's going to be, if you look at the student bodies, it'll be interesting to see who has the biggest fan section this weekend.
Yeah. Well,
I'm very curious. My gut says Syracuse just because the alumni network, specifically in the Northeast and the Boston area, like it's enormous. Hoping for, we're looking for tickets.
there's not a lot.
There's not a lot of seats.
Not a lot of seats left.
Which is good.
There's not.
Yes.
It's
Dude,
going to be
dude, we
packed.
gotta-
It is going to be
They got to
packed.
place that guy right behind the Penn State bench. Perfect. Place
I
him
know.
right there.
Whoever, I hope to hear his voice.
They're probably going to break an attendance record. But, yeah, like, I don't know if we want to talk about these games now. I mean, we're going to talk about them later. But
Talk
like,
about CJ Kirst, I guess.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. I'll be honest, like, I was kind of hoping it was Notre Dame and not Penn State in this game, but Penn State's legit. Like, they're 100% deserving of being here.
Earned it.
Yeah, earned it. That's what
Earned
they did. I don't know. Penn State just keeps surprising me. So, I don't know. I imagine CJ Kirst is going to have 8 points, but, like, the Penn State defense is legit. And
Very good.
Matt Trainer is, like, his stock is just rising right now.
Yeah.
Was CJ's performance was like a little bit hindered last game, I'd say. I think they game planned pretty well for him,
Goldstein was the guy against Richmond.
which he's
Cornell.
very happy doing. But I don't know, maybe they'll kind of take notes and see how to try to cover him. But
Yeah, Richmond's defense is good too. They're just such a team-oriented defense. Like you can't just have one player beat them. Like the whole team has to beat them.
Be interested to see how much zone Penn State runs too. They've done it a lot this year because of how good Fracione is, but we've seen Cornell just rip zone defenses
Yeah.
apart. So
Yeah. I mean,
Won 'em
that'd
the
be
game.
interesting. Like CJ Kirst is like a inside mid-range guy. Like he has a cannon, but like his game is those mid-range shots. So maybe that's what it is. Like maybe the zone will stop him, but who knows? We'll see on Saturday.
okay, next we got J Rock.
Hey. Rockefeller here. I just wanted to get everyone's take on the fall of Chris Kavanaugh. I heard from a few sources that he's foregoing the PLL to become a horse jockey. Gonna ask Jared Newman on that one. Anyway, who's America's team in the tournament now that Notre Dame and the first multi-sport lacrosse athlete in Jordan Faison have been eliminated? Let me know.
who's America's team? J Rock, man. I love you. Love you, Rockefeller. Who's America's team? Who's everyone rooting for in this?
Penn State.
I don't know.
Really?
I
A
do
lot,
not
a
like
lot of
that.
people hate Penn State.
Like as a school.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm somebody who just
Fair.
does not like Penn State.
Yeah, but like
I respect
America likes Penn
Tambroni, and I
State.
respect how they play, but I do not like Penn State.
It could be Syracuse. They haven't been there forever.
It's the Lax Rats team, so
Yeah.
maybe that's
Yeah.
America.
I mean,
Yeah,
Cornell's
so likable. Like there's nothing
they're
to
the
hate about
favorite.
them.
Like maybe you don't like that they're the 1 seed, but they haven't won it since the 70s,
Yeah.
and they're likable. CJ Kirst is. I feel like everybody's rooting for him.
Yeah,
So
and you got to think they were there 3 years ago, and like they made the climb back. Like, I don't know.
It's probably Cornell.
Probably Cornell or Syracuse.
I'd agree on Cornell.
Everyone-
I'm biased with Cuse.
yeah.
So.
No one wants Maryland.
No,
No one wants Maryland.
no one wants Maryland.
They're Maryland.
Everyone wants to see them
Maryland's like
lose.
the Pats. If you're like,
They are.
you don't want them to win it, you just don't want them to win again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next
Fair
call.
enough. Dean's calling in.
Hey, Dean Mitty back here. Cuse is back in the Final Four for the first time since 2013 under Desco. Them boys are a well-oiled machine at this point. 8 points for Spalliner. Tillman probably doused his iPad about 3 times over while trying to write the scout for this fella for Saturday. Now, what does the Orange need to do to make it a Monday and ultimately hoist that hardware? Thank you, boys.
Thank you, Dean. What does Syracuse need to do? What do they have to do to hoist the trophy? What do you think the taller task is? Is it beating Maryland in this first round, or is it beating a Penn State or Cornell in the championship?
Probably
I don't know.
beating Maryland. I feel like if they get over the hump, they beat Maryland, they're going to win it. You might have to face Cornell. It's still a toss-up, but like
I would love to see a Cornell Syracuse final. Like that's what I want. I think that's what a lot of people want. They lost to Maryland earlier in the year, right? But they also lost to Harvard, beat them. I don't know. I think their offense just needs to not worry about the Maryland defense. And obviously that's like way easier said than actually being done. But when Syracuse is scoring goals, they can beat anybody. I think it's when they get in these ruts. Like you see against Harvard, like if they're not scoring goals like they are against Princeton, it's going to be a close game. And like in that Syracuse-Princeton game, Princeton just, scored with them. But Syracuse offense needs to score like 15 goals to make this doable.
Yeah, Maryland. When Maryland goes up, I think they just have the power to just control what happens. Exactly
like
how
what
the
you
game
saw
goes.
against Georgetown.
Yeah,
It was like boring, but they controlled everything.
textbook Maryland win. Textbook
Oh my
Maryland win.
I feel like Syracuse needs to get production out of like the Trey Deers and the Finn Thompsons. Like they need to get them involved.
Yeah, I mean, when their offense is clicking, like all those guys are involved. Like Rowe is scoring goals, Finn Thompson, Michael Leo, Spallina, like Hiltz is everybody's scoring goals. Like it's not like a, spotlight on Spallina or Hiltz to carry the load. Like everybody's scoring goals, and that's what it's going to take for Syracuse. Like they're a team that relies on runs and scoring in waves, and if they can do that. Like, I don't think Maryland's offense can keep up with them, right? Maryland's defense is going to have to play a great game to, allow the Maryland offense to score 10 goals and win. Like, that's how Maryland's going to win them with a stout defensive performance.
To the Spalliner point as well, he's going to be covered by Will Schaller again, who, from what I remember, kind of dominated that matchup earlier in the year. But Spallina's been hot. Syracuse's offense has been hot, but Maryland is a really good one-on-one defense, and they have Logan McNaney, who is ice cold when it comes to in his veins when it comes to the big spotlight. So that's going to be a tough thing to beat.
Yeah, what will be interesting is Syracuse goalie situation. Right, they've been playing Jimmy McCool all year. They put the backup Michael Ippoliti in. He's a sophomore. He's played some minutes, but like this kind of goes back to I think it was Virginia last year or the year before when they had Nunes playing. And then they put the backup in.
I think he's a freshman.
Like Sutherland or something. What was his name?
I forgot.
Yeah.
He's a freshman.
But it's like you're kind of in this moment like,
Yeah.
All right, like your starter of the whole season is, didn't play great in the first half against Princeton, and you put your backup in. Like, now who do you go? Like, this is a big decision for him. Probably going to be McCool, but
yeah.
Usually you stick with what got you there.
Right. Next call.
All right, we got Johnny calling in, following up Dean. Wants a piece of him.
Yeah, guys, Johnny fucking Boychuk here, losing my voice, been screaming at the TV for these playoffs. I screwed up the Harvard Cuse thing. It is what it is. I got Penn State going all the way anyways, just for the record. Take it, follow me. But the Dean's been riding me ever since in my DMs. And I'm getting sick and tired of it. So let's settle this like men, like real men, all right? For the creator, you and me, Braveheart drill. Whoever wins never calls in again. And for the record, too, your son, I saw his tape, stinks. Couldn't hold my daughter's jaw.
Thanks, Johnny. I didn't even go to the next call.
The Braveheart.
That'd be great to see.
Oh my
If there's a
God.
Braveheart, we can see between two players this weekend who are there. Who would it be? Let's do both semifinal games. Maryland versus Syracuse. Braveheart.
It'd have to be.
Schaller.
It has to be English.
Yeah.
Schaller in English.
It had to be English and Schaller. No,
Maybe Spanos.
Yes, that would be epic.
Starts
They're
as a
fucking
starts as a
engines.
face-off, right?
Yeah, that's more.
I think English takes that home in any matchup. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, English is like probably the best Braveheart guy in
Just-
the world.
or Leo, honestly, or Michael Leo.
or Michael Leo.
He's a freak too.
And then Penn State, Cornell.
Matt Trainer,
Trainer
Kirst.
You gotta,
Kirst.
dude, you gotta go trainer.
Trainer
Trainer
Kirst.
Kirst.
God,
That should be overtime.
that's gonna happen at our camp. That's gonna be the finale.
Yeah, there's no overtime.
We'll invite those guys.
No.
Yeah, no, the finale of our camp will be Dean and Johnny.
And everyone else picks a side, you know, like you pick who you think's gonna win.
Exactly.
Winner doesn't have to buy drink the rest of the tournament, you know.
Yeah.
God.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
I
great.
like it.
All right, next call.
Hey man, it's the Cholo Lexer, man. I stole this phone while I was door dashing on my 10-speed, cuz. Now did you fools see Matt Trainer flying through the air and stuff that shit home? I mean, he looks like a freaking spider monkey, man. My two nephews, they're out in the yard all afternoon trying to recreate that shit, bro. They couldn't make it over the freaking goal mouth and stuff because of their stumpy legs, though. Alright, Holmes.
Oh shit. Oh,
That was. I mean, what Trainer did. That was heroic.
He's growing the game. He's inspiring the next generation. Honestly, though, that was like the closest thing to the air gate that we've ever seen.
That was,
was.
that's bananas.
Yeah.
That was
Epic.
nuts.
Yeah.
put it right in the fucking corner.
I was in the
That
99
was-
restaurant after
Yeah.
winning 2 games with my 6th grade squad,
Really?
and I watched that. And
That was probably the
spit out my
greatest.
popcorn.
That was the best goal of the year, no question.
Yeah.
And
that was insane.
It was in front of 17,000 fans.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, get to Perry's call. We'll talk about that a little more. The attendance for the quarterfinal game at Navy, but that was we'll remember that for Penn State. Will remember that forever. I mean, if they can bring this thing home, that play will be etched in history.
If I'm Matt Trainer, I'm framing that snapshot, and just putting it right on my wall.
Yeah, screw that. I'm putting it on my wall.
Just
build
like, just like Gary has the air gate behind him at his desk over his shoulder. All right. We'll do Will's calling.
What's up, guys? This is Will Perry calling in. Bummer, we got one more weekend going into here, but it's going to be the best weekend we've had so far of Lax, I think. These 4 teams, in my opinion, completely deserve the right to be there in the Final Four. And, obviously to everybody talking about the schedule makers and the committee going into the tournament, we end up with, 4 teams that truly deserve to be there. And that's something that I think is great to see. Would love to hear you guys' thoughts on that. And then further than that, I know we've had a lot of conversation around bringing, all 4 quarterfinal games. I've seen on Twitter people saying that they should be held at Navy. And I think that'd be a great idea. Would love to hear what you guys have to chat about that. And then last but not least, UNC women's national champion parlayed with Penn State men's champion. That's some good juice there. Good luck, boys.
A lot of value there. I think UNC women's are probably the favorite to win it.
Yeah.
They're
I thought BC women's were the 1 seed, but maybe I'm wrong.
not our forte, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, no.
But
UNC is a 1 seed. They play Florida, who's a 4 seed, and then BC the 2. They play Northwestern, who's a 3.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
that's
Such
on
an
Sunday.
electric week.
Yeah, I know. That game is usually, sometimes they'll do that in a different location.
Right.
This year they moved it to the same location as the men's.
Which is huge.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
you
I
have
think,
all the championships in one location.
right,
It's huge.
and there's
Just more fans.
Right. More people are going to be there Sunday for the D2, men's D2, men's
Yeah,
D3.
it turns Sunday into like a great day to go watch, especially if you're like a fan of the women's game. Like it's the day to go, and you get Friday too, which is awesome.
Right. Yeah, because the semis are on Friday for women's quarterfinals.
Yep.
All at Navy. I mean, that was we watch these games every year. I think they do Navy most years. I don't know if they did it last year. I know one of the locations was at Hofstra.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually Navy's in that mix.
Yeah, I could think of a lot of quarterfinal games
Really?
at Navy.
I
I
just don't
but I
remember.
can't think of a crowd that big. That was
that was a record breaking attendance.
It was like 17,000.
17,000 for a lacrosse game, I believe.
I understand the take 100%. It was awesome. Hofstra was also pretty awesome. Those games, like I wasn't there. I saw the camera angles and I didn't see the number for attendance, but it looked packed. It looked packed at Hofstra. I mean, those games were insane too.
It's lax hotbeds. Like,
Yeah.
Maryland loves lacrosse.
Yeah, and that is a great thing that like the NCAA does is like, you know, you have the quarterfinal games in these hotbed locations. The first round games are at the host sites, and then the championship weekend is at a different site. So you get like 3 weekends in a row. You know, no matter where you live, there's going to be a good lacrosse game there. And yeah, I mean, I think Navy's a perfect place for the quarterfinal games. I think having the championship weekend in an NFL type stadium is awesome. I think it just like accommodates more people. Like, yes, the top half of the stadium isn't full, but I don't know. There's just something elevated about the moment playing in an NFL stadium.
100%. Yeah, you can't fit. No, make it as big a venue as possible.
Yeah,
and fill it up eventually. That's your goal.
All right, it would be awesome to go there though. The Naval Academy is the coolest. Looks like France. All the marble.
I did know some people who were there, and they said the traffic leaving there was absolutely brutal.
Annapolis isn't built for that.
Yeah, and I don't think the Naval Academy is either. Like it took like an hour to get out of the parking lot.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Even when they're undefeated or close to going into the Army Navy game.
Oh, there it is. Okay, next call we have Caleb. I have a guess about what he's calling in about.
Yo, college lacrosse game day. What up? It's your boy Caleb. Look, I'm getting over the Marinier loss a little bit. You know, step by step, day by day. And then it hits me, bros. The guys that sent Marinier packing, they just went fucking packing. So they kicked Marinier out for no fucking reason. I mean, unbelievable. Now I don't know who the fuck to root for. I mean, Tucker Wade had my vote. That guy is a dumpy on Princeton. But then they go and fall to Cuse. Fuck you, Dean. So, you know, I don't know who I'm rocking with the rest of the way. I mean, someone's going to emerge as my favorite. But I don't know who the hell it's going to be. It sure as hell ain't going to be Spillane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know you can root for the sport of lacrosse this weekend.
Yeah.
Root for the sport of lacrosse.
Root for Penn State if you're an Ohio State fan. Root for the Big Ten. Hell, or Mike, if Richmond was in it, I mean,
yeah,
I wish.
Yeah, I was rooting for Richmond harder than any other team this weekend. I wanted them to make a run, and they did. I think they deserve their praise. We didn't have the chance to talk about it, but you know, first NCAA tournament win as a 11-year-old program. It's pretty amazing what they've done.
And they on the brink. Like,
yeah,
they could have won that game. They could be in the Final Four right now.
I was thinking this last week. I was like, you know, you had last week quarterfinals. You had 8 teams left. You know, you ask yourself, are these the best 8 teams in college lacrosse? I think they were. I think they were the top 8 teams in college lacrosse, with the exception of maybe Ohio State, maybe Army. I don't really know, but Richmond, you know, top 8 team in 2025 for sure. They deserve to be there. You know, 1 goal away from having a chance to go to Memorial Day weekend, which would have been even more historic than what they already did. Huge victory for the mid-majors all around, seeing them go that far. Got it done against North Carolina convincingly in the end. And I'll be honest, I watched the whole Richmond Cornell game. Richmond kind of played like shit.
A lot of turnovers.
Do you agree? I mean, they just lazy shit, like, you know, turnovers in the clear. That's what Cornell does to you, though. If you're not perfect in every area of the field, they're going to expose you. But if they just tighten it up a little bit, damn, man.
A little bit. They're winning that.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, next call.
All right, wrapping it up. We got Kevin calling in about Memorial Day.
This is Kevin, first-time caller, Hobart class of 23. Just wanted to reach out and see what your guys' favorite Memorial Day weekend memory is. You know, mine would probably have to be the Bernlohr 2016 overtime save against UNC. Man, I wish he pulled that one out. But curious to see what you guys have to say. I know you'd have some interesting pulls. So really appreciate what you guys do for the game, and looking forward to hearing it.
Appreciate you, Kev. Love you, brother. Favorite Memorial Day weekend memory. Mike, we'll start with you. We'll go around the horn. Let's be quick with these.
I was freshman in high school. It was at Philly, the Eagles, Lincoln Financial. I stayed up the entire night before. I was very excited. I was also drinking a lot of beers with some friends.
Is it freshman in high school?
Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned my school year, but we stayed up all night. We went to the game, obviously shot, and It was packed. As soon as I got in the stadium, it was absolutely electric. That was when Loyola was in the Final Four. Watching Pat Spencer in person in a few electric games there. Absolute peach of a time.
I think my favorite memory was when they were selling like the NCAA branded clutch minis.
Mm.
And I bought one of those.
Yeah,
and I had that thing forever. And I just remember just like picking it up and just playing mini lax with it.
Yeah.
That's probably like one of my fond memories.
Clutch mini.
I would say my favorite viewing experience was 2016 Brown. I mean, what a fun team when they lost to Maryland. Oh,
Yeah.
it was a heartbreaker, but I remember watching that game. Being in attendance, like I used to go to, this Saturday every single year. And one year, I think it was like 2011 or 2007 or 2008. It was in Philly. We were sitting in a box and there was, we had a big box. There was food coming in and out, right?
Rockefeller?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, your dad definitely balled out for that one.
Yeah. But I remember I ate like 13 brownies. Like they had brownies and cookies and I just like couldn't stop eating these things. Went home later that night. We were staying at like my dad's friend's house. Woke up in the middle of the night, puked in the middle of the hallway on my way to the bathroom. Didn't tell anybody. And then my dad's friend's wife is like going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, eat shit on my puke. And it was like a whole ordeal.
Are you coming clean or did they know it?
Yeah, did they ever find out it was
Yeah, I mean, they knew it. Like, I was the only like 10-year-old in the house. So hopefully that doesn't happen this year, but fond memories.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I literally woke up to like her hip hitting the floor.
Imagine.
So you just looked at it and just went, nah.
I like didn't want to wake anybody up. Didn't want to clean anything up,
Imagine it's the brownies that get you again this year.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't happen.
Over in those brownies.
Yeah, maybe they were pot brownies.
Yeah, maybe they were. I don't know.
Hayden was spinning.
It's the day I fell in love with lacrosse.
Dad's just laughing at you.
Holy shit.
For me, and I hope it happens again this year, Cuse Cornell, 2009 at Gillette Stadium, the comeback. Gave my dad a well-deserved shout-out early in the season. I was there with my whole family. Just an awesome, awesome game. I'm sure most of you guys remember it. Head coach of Cornell in that game, Jeff Tambroni, Hobart alum. Silly of us not to reach out and try to get him on the show. I'm sure he would say yes to a couple of other alumni. But he's back, coaching Penn State now, obviously, looking to get it done. But yeah, hoping to make some more memories this weekend.
We will.
In Foxborough. Good call-in section. I think we have a shout-out to give Lillehammer.
Lillehammer. There's not a lot of style options out there for the female golf world, so she has a bunch of different designs. Her website actually looks great. I was on it the other day. We got a hat right there. She sent us...
These are Imperial hats. These are nice hats.
Yeah. So the Imperial hat and then the t-shirt that we got too, they make for men. But gentlemen, if you want to get your girlfriend a gift or buy the Imperial collection, promo code CLG20. I'll get you 20% off when you check out, but I'll link the website.
And this isn't like OnlyFans shit. Like this is mature country club, tennis, golf, women's apparel. And it's as high a quality as it gets. They're not making clothes for strippers. They're making clothes for
women.
For women.
Who go low.
Who go low and have a killer backhand. So go check out Lillehammer. Water guns, that's a birthday party. That's a birthday party thing. A nail gun.
Children.
A nail gun puts a nail in something and it stays there for 30 years. And it does and it keeps it there. And these nail guns are keeping their programs on top. All right, our nail gun. Last nail gun of the season, in season, is not at the Division I level, but it's probably the best story in college lacrosse right now.
Dickinson men's lacrosse team. We've been following Division I lacrosse all year. We're still avid fans of Division III lacrosse. Granted, we haven't spoke enough about Division III this year. Dickinson men's lacrosse has come out of the woodworks. All season long, they were flying under the radar. They were, kind of ranked in the top 20 in and out. They had a tough start to the season. They lost to Stevenson. They lost to RIT 24-7. They didn't really have a lot of big wins on their schedule until the last few weeks. And if anybody knows Division III lacrosse well, like Brett and I do, you know that the NCAA tournament is an absolute gauntlet. back-to-back games on Saturdays and Sundays in wild locations, tons of travel, not great accommodations. You're playing great teams.
How many teams
For what?
are in the Division III NCAA tournament?
I believe it's 32,
Okay.
but there's a couple playing games. So I think it comes out to like 38 or 40 or something like that. But it's a bracket of 32, right? So the first weekend, you play Saturday, Sunday, right? The second weekend, you play Saturday, Sunday. But really, you play your quarterfinals and the Final Four in one weekend. Dickinson was not a high seed, right? So they had to go to RIT, which I don't know how far that drive is from Pennsylvania. But nonetheless, right, the last 3 games they played, first they beat Salisbury in the round of 16, the number 2 seed in the tournament behind Tufts. They might have been number 1. I think they were number 2. But they beat Salisbury. Huge upset, 11-10. Then they go to RIT, right, for the quarterfinals and then the Final Four. They beat RPI in the quarterfinals, but a team that was ranked in the top 5 all year, had national championship hopes. Another major upset. Then they play RIT, possibly the best team in the country behind Tufts. At RIT, they've won the last 2 national championships. They won in 2021 and 2022. Tufts won 2023. They go and beat RIT. They win 12-10, and they're headed to the national championship. And I'll tell you, like, I was in that moment. Like, you come out of that weekend, you're like, what the hell just happened? We just beat 2 unbelievable teams, and now you get a whole week to go to the national championship. It is a special feeling, right? And the fact that it's Dickinson, it's not one of these teams like Tufts or RIT or Salisbury or teams like that who are in it annually, right? Having a team like Dickinson is great for the sport, right? It's like Union getting there. It's like Cabrini getting there. It's like Amherst getting there. It's like Wesleyan getting there, right? There's teams that have done it, and it just shows like how tight-knit this team is. They're a resilient group. It is a special moment for this group. It's a special week. I promise you, like, the experience is going to be unbelievable, and I am so jealous of them because they get to play Tufts under the lights at 7 p.m. at Gillette Stadium. They're big, they're tough, they're skilled, right? They have everything that all these other smaller teams have had, right? They've had a great senior class. They've had great leadership. They've had great coaching. They've had a great community around them, right? And that's hard to find at D3 schools. Like, you really have to build that throughout your 4-year, 5-year career there. So hats off to Dickinson. Bunch of nail guns. We're rooting for you. Go beat Tufts.
Yeah, do you think Tufts is scared?
I mean, in all honesty, Tufts is an absolute wagon this year. They're 22-0. They just beat Bowdoin in the Final Four, 26-11. I don't know if there's been that lopsided of a Final Four at any level in God knows how long, right? And they kind of like ran through this NCAA playoff, right? They beat St. Lawrence 14-8, Gettysburg 17-8, Bowdoin 26-11. They're skilled. I said it before. I think Jack Regneri, their leading scorer, Florida kid, junior on Tufts, is probably the best Division III player in the last couple of years. They're well coached. They're dynamic. They're a hard team to beat, but Dickinson is a team that can do it. You just got to punch them in the mouth and stop their transition. And
Stop the transition.
that's what every coach in the country says. That's what every player who plays against them says. I don't know. Dickinson, you watch some Dickinson film, you'd be like, whoa, they belong in the A-10.
Think about
that's what they look like. They're a big team, and they just play hard for each other. So
Hey, I
it's
heard
great to
Tough and
see
Gritty,
Dickinson.
so I'll take it.
there's such a talent gap. I feel like too. Like, I watch Tufts play, obviously through the broadcast. Like, they sting corners.
Mhm.
Like when
Well, they got those cages that make the ping sound.
Yeah, but like, just like, I don't know, they're smooth. They move the ball really well, and like, you can just tell like the recruiting and the talent gap when they have the ball.
Yeah,
Like,
and you
they're
know what's also
legit.
crazy? If you're the number 1 seed in the NCAA playoffs for D3, you have home field advantage until the championship.
Yeah,
They've played home every single game, and now they go to Gillette, which is still home for them. Like,
yeah,
For Tufts.
like
it's ideal
what an
circumstances.
advantage! Like,
Under
You
the
know,
lights at Gillette for
yeah.
Tufts. That's pretty fucking
it's
cool.
gonna be sick. Like, I was texting a couple of people about it. It's like, that highlight tape is gonna be sick.
yeah, especially Tufts crew.
Like
getting
that's
out
the
there.
only good thing that we'll get if Tufts wins. The highlight tape and like the documentary will be sick. But let's go
I'm with
Dickinson.
Dan. I'm with Dan on this. If I'm Tufts, I'm thinking I'd much rather have Dickinson than RIT.
100%. 100%.
I am rooting so hard for Dickinson. I'm going to be
Yes.
watching that. I probably will be plastered, but I will be watching that probably on my phone because they don't play it on ESPN. It's on NCAA. I have to screen it or something. But
It's going to be a great game. Great game. Under the lights, too. Could you
Watch that.
imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, go watch it. It's gonna be. They've earned it. They've earned it. It's gonna be. I think it'll be on. Just look up the game. I think it's like on NCAAlacrosse.com or NCAA.
I hope the broadcasters are better than what they were.
You know what I also love? Last thing I'll say about Dickinson is like these kids for 4 years, D3 athlete, like, you know, you don't get much. You don't get as much as a D1 athlete. For this week, you're treated like a Division I athlete. You're treated like a freaking nail gun. So like, go enjoy it. Get dialed in for Sunday.
Win.
Good luck. CLG stands with Dickinson.
Beat the Jumbos.
Beat the Jumbos.
Take down the Jumbos.
We're very lucky, to say the very least. Yeah, these are our games of the week. We have 3 games of the week. Our games of the week. We're just fired up to present to you our games of the week. We've talked about the games last weekend, this weekend, so we don't have to go into too much detail on what's to come. But final thoughts for the games this weekend. They're all on ESPN 2.
Penn State versus Cornell.
That's
noon.
The first one. It's at 12. Yep, it's on noon. And then we got Maryland, Syracuse at 2:30. Start with Penn State, Cornell. Any final thoughts on this game? We'll get into some bets and picks after this. Mike, I'll start with you.
I would just say Penn State is the only team that's beaten Cornell this year. And we kind of already talked about it, but what is Penn State going to come out in defensively? We know Penn State is a really good defense. Cornell's a very good offense. Are they going to run a zone? If not, from what I've heard, and I wasn't able to watch that Big Ten Plus game where you couldn't see Jack at the indoor Penn State facility, but I've heard that Alex Ross of Penn State had one of the best matchups against CJ Kirst in terms of handling him and slowing him down all year. So that would be interesting to see if they do man, zone, a mix, and what that matchup looks like.
Fracione, if he gets hot, that's it's tough to beat a hot goalie. Hayden,
I don't know. I said it before. Like, I was expecting Notre Dame to come out over Penn State, but I don't know. Penn State is hot right now. They're as good as they've been. Matt Trainer is a beast. I love Hunter Aquino too. Like, I don't know. I think they're just gonna have to out tough Cornell. Like, you know, it's really hard to outsmart Cornell. It's hard to, you know, play a more disciplined style of lacrosse than them. I think Penn State just has to out tough them. Right? They have to be tougher Dodgers on ball. They have to play really stout team defense. They just have to be tough. And if they're tough, they have a chance. And you know, like, Cornell's played some tight games recently. Like, you know, they're not blowing teams out of the water. Like, yes, they're the 1 seed. Yes, they have CJ Kirst, but, you know, it's not like the gap between them and number 2 is that great. Right? They've been sneaking away with some games. Penn State beat them. So I think Penn State just has to play tough and they have a chance.
And I remember, Dan, you were just talking about, like, looking at the field, face value, like, Cornell is not the scariest of teams. They have some somewhat undersized players, but they just work really well together. I think, you know, Fracione, you mentioned it, like, he's a really good in-tight goalie. I feel like he makes a lot of, like, around the crease saves and, like, shocking saves, but if they do end up zoning, how does he fare against more of the stretch shooting? It's going to be a lot more pressure, kind of seeing the ball rather than just, like, reacting. I feel like that's where his highlights have been recently, like, over a couple of years.
Yeah. I think you really got to prioritize playing CJ Kirst off ball, right? Like, if you watch the last couple games, like, yes, he's a great dodger and yes, he can create his own shot, but the majority of the goals he scores are him cutting off ball and kind of, you know, cutting when defensemen are asleep. And, like, I don't know, if you're Penn State, like, taking him away as an option off ball could go a long way for you. And let some other guys have to win their one-on-one matchups. I think that could be, you know, a potential game plan for Penn State. But again, I think they just have to out tough them and make some plays and execute in some big moments.
Next game, Syracuse, Maryland. I want to see some uniforms in this game. I don't know if we will. I think we'll be seeing what we typically see, but
Maryland all black.
Maryland's the higher seed, so they
wear white.
They could wear white if they want to.
Syracuse orange.
It's up to them. It's up to Maryland. They'll probably wear white.
All black unis.
They could wear black. It's gonna be cool. It's not gonna be hot.
Yeah,
you know?
It's gonna be, like, kind of shitty, I think.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be like 50 and rainy, right?
Yeah,
or not rainy, but just, like, gloomy.
Yeah,
but I mean, these are both pick'ems. Both games are 1.5 goal spreads. Maryland the favorite in this one. Cornell the favorite in the other one. Maryland won this game earlier in the year. I think 11-7 final. Maryland beat Syracuse. At Maryland, gosh, you just hope. You just hope. I'm looking at the first half, so the over-under was 11. I was like, whoa. Over-under is 22 gols. I want something high-scoring. It's just more fun. I mean, that Syracuse-Princeton game, you just couldn't take your eyes away from the TV, but
no.
I don't think Maryland's gonna let that happen.
That's my question, too. Like, the Cuse offense that you saw against Princeton, you'd hope to see that type of game, but I just do not see that happening against Maryland and John Tillman. I do not see. They're going to have an excellent game plan. They're going to execute their game plan. Cuse is going to just have to make more plays. They're going to have to make more plays. Maryland's going to match up great defensively against them. They've already proven they can. Will Schaller will be on Joey Spallina. They're going to try and control the game, the pace, slow it down a little bit. It's going to be interesting.
They're going to stop transition. They don't ride. They're going to get their guys on, which might be kind of a problem for Syracuse, just playing straight up.
They're going to clear it 100%. Yep.
100%.
Hayden?
Yeah, I mean, Maryland hasn't allowed a team to score more than 11 goals in a game this all year. And the last time that a team scored 11 goals, it was Notre Dame. Actually, no, excuse me. It was Michigan when they lost to Michigan, right? So they know how to hold teams to fewer than 10 goals. Like I said it earlier, if Syracuse can score like 14, I think they win. You know, the Maryland offense doesn't blow me away. Yes, they score goals, and they score goals at timely moments, which I think has been their strength, but they're not a team that is going into a game saying we need to score this many goals to win, right? They kind of play off their defense, and their defense really sets the tone of the game. If Syracuse can come out and play as fast as they have been the last couple of games and keep the ball hot like they do and get everybody involved, right? It's not just a Spallina and Leo Johnson or Michael Leo and Owen Hilt show, right? It's everybody, right? If you get Trey Deer, you get Luke Roa, you get Sam English scoring some goals, you get some Poles in transition. Like, if they can score in waves like that and spread the ball around and have a lot of different goal scorers, they can beat Maryland and score a good amount of goals against them. But again, like, it's Maryland, it's John Tillman, right? They've been here before. They're used to this moment. I think, I've been thinking about this since Anish said it, that Maryland, right, when we talked to Anish like early on in the season or a couple weeks ago, he was like, Maryland's a great team, but they scream Memorial Day loser. And if I
said that off camera.
But if I'm a betting man, yeah, sorry, I don't know if that was public knowledge, but if I'm a betting man, I'm riding with Anish here, and I think
just
Syracuse
violated
is
the
winning this
NDA.
game.
Yeah, you got to go with Anish. Everything he said is
Just happened.
Yeah.
That also could mean the championship, not against Syracuse.
I was on ChatGPT just trying to figure out. Like, I feel like Syracuse is a team where they need to sort of get that 10-plus goal game to win. The only big game that they won scoring less than 10 was Duke, 9-8.
Yeah.
And so they don't really play well in like those tight games, and I think Maryland could bring them to play that game. And that might sort of be an issue for them.
I think Syracuse is going to need a lot of like weird goals. And I think Syracuse...
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, they're going to need like Finn Thompson kind of just catches a pass where he's like semi-open in the crease and just like finds a way to score, whether it's backhand, around the world, behind the back way. They need some great finishes out of Trey Deer. They need some Hiltz just picks up a ground ball and fires one. Like, they're going to need some of those goals if they want to win this game, because it would be my ideal situation for this game would be if Syracuse got up 5-2. If they found like a way to get up 4-1 or something like that against Maryland, and then just watch how Maryland reacts.
Yeah.
How do they react to being in that position?
It's very much coaching too. If it becomes a coaching battle, I think Maryland will just kind of come back, will their way, and probably take it. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Let's talk about bets. It can be anything you guys like. It can be a money line. They got DraftKings' first half spreads now, which is very interesting. So I was wrong earlier. I said both these games are a pick 'em. Penn State, Cornell, not a pick 'em. Cornell's a 2.5 goal favorite, but first half spreads. Cornell, 1.5 goal favorite. Maryland, 1.5 goal favorite. Game lines. Maryland, 1.5 goal favorite. Cornell, 2.5 goal favorite. Futures for national championship winners. Cornell's the favorite, plus 130. Second team is Maryland at plus 280. Then you got Cuse at plus 350, Penn State. Last team on that list, they're plus 550. God, it just looks tasty.
Maryland's the pick, I think.
I would agree with you.
It's a good
For the
line.
national championship?
Yeah.
I was shocked to see Maryland wasn't the favorite, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I thought they would be at like a plus 200 or something like that.
not that I want them to win, but if I were to pick a future, it'd probably be Maryland in that case.
I'll start, I guess. My favorite bet of the weekend is Syracuse plus 350 to win the national championship. I think they're a team of destiny. I think that's a lot of value there. I think they're going to beat Maryland and then leave it up to fate in the national championship. I'm kind of predicting the future here. I really think it's going to be Cornell versus Syracuse in the national championship. So that could be a good little parlay. Cornell money line and Syracuse money line.
I'll go next. Will Perry said the parlay with UNC women's and Penn State men's. I think Cornell's going to find a way. I think they're the team of destiny here. If we're talking about team of destiny, you got CJ Kirst, who just feels like this is the perfect bow to put on his career if he can win this national championship. Cornell's been knocking on the door for a while. It feels like it's going to be them, but there's just not a lot of value there. And it's just, if that bet wins, it's like, great, I won $17.
Yeah.
Awesome. I can go get chicken tenders
Two hot dogs.
Yeah.
And a shock top.
No, two hot dogs at Gillette and a shock top.
Like $40.
Yeah, $40 easily.
Worth every penny.
You don't take the Penn State money line.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going to take Penn State, not money line. I'm going to take their future to win the national championship at plus 550. Come on, Nittany Lions. You've beaten the best. You've beaten Cornell. You've beat Notre Dame. Bring it home.
I want Matt Trainer to have his Gait goal in his office when he's an investment banker.
That's right.
After his 2-year career at
His 2-year PLL career.
After his early retirement.
2-year tenure. Mike, what do you like?
The futures are tough. I'm going to stay away from those. I like just making a quick money line parlay, just Cornell, Maryland, one versus 2 in the championship. It comes out to be plus 128 if you pick them both. I think it's a good odds to both to win and make it to the championship.
I like that a lot. The flip of that just feels so not like, I don't know, Penn State, Syracuse. Like, there's no way.
No shot.
There's a possibility.
No way. That'd be so cool. There's no way.
Yeah.
A little off topic, but did you see the Syracuse women's head coach, Kayla Trainer?
Yep.
Is going to Penn State next year?
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if it's Syracuse, Penn State in the championship?
Wait, she was the head coach at Syracuse?
Yeah.
And she's going to go be the head coach somewhere else?
At Penn State.
Did she play at Penn State?
No, she played at Syracuse.
At Syracuse. Yeah, but didn't you guys hear the whole scandal?
No. Fill us in.
Wasn't that
I don't know if it's public knowledge.
If me and Hayden both know it, it's public knowledge.
Okay.
The rumor is that the head coach, who is married to a man, cheated on her husband with assistant coach, who's a woman.
Something like that. It was something like that.
Something like that. So I wasn't surprised when she left.
But okay, I thought they hashed that all out. I don't know if it was actually true or not, but whatever. But the fact that she's leaving Syracuse or Penn State, they got to be paying her some money to go to Penn State.
That's what I'm saying. It's definitely a check.
Or she's
Penn
looking
State
to get
might
out
be
of
bought
Syracuse.
into lacrosse.
All right.
I did hear that though. That is very much so going around.
Thank you all for coming on this ride with us throughout the season. Please enjoy the championships. We are going to do an award show, like we said earlier. We will be at Memorial Day weekend. We're going to have koozies.
We're going to have a boatload of koozies.
Like too many koozies.
We're going to be coming up on tailgates, giving you guys koozies. We want you to enjoy your cold ones wrapped up in the lacrosse podcast.
Yeah. We're going to have these too. We're going to be playing some mini lax, throwing the ball around, humming it. If you have a hack, you can play with us. If you have a hack, you can jump in.
Yeah.
We'll have an extra.
Yeah, we will have an extra stick.
All right, y'all. Enjoy. Thank you. Cheers.